So let's get real for a moment. Success, it's not just about talent, hustle, or good breaks. It's about what can slowly sabotage you when you're not looking. And the truth is, most people don't fail from lack of opportunity. They stumble over silent killers in their habits and their mindset. And I want to talk as your trusted friend, right? That not just sharing wisdom, but the stuff you wish someone had told you much earlier, stuff I wish somebody had told me much earlier. The tried and true principles that will work today. So, number one, I want to talk about indifference. We all know folks, or sometimes we've been the folks who shrug at life, right? Who drift from week to week, letting time just slip through their fingers. Indifference is easy in a world with distractions. But here's the thing: you cannot drift to the top of the mountain. You can't drift. You've got to climb it, and it's one step at a time. Sometimes we're gonna slip. Sometimes pushing harder than you ever thought possible. But if you're waiting for the perfect job, the right opportunity before you give it your all, you're caught in a delusion. Wherever you are, you just gotta pour it on. Engagement, real engagement, gripping onto things opens up doors and reveals truth fast. The ones who care, who get up and they get all worked up, who give everything, those are the ones that, life opens up to us when we do that. Number two, we want to talk about indecision. You've heard of paralysis analysis. It's a mental gridlock, standing on the fence, worrying about which side is greener. Listen, there are no guaranteed right paths, right? And within context, understand what I'm saying. You've got to go and pick a direction when you don't know, because that's how we learn. It's not about being reckless, it's about being bold enough to commit and learn. Think of life like hiking in the woods with no map. The worst mistake isn't going the wrong way, it's just standing still. Decisions, even the wrong ones, they teach you how to make better choices next time. I wish I listened to this advice much earlier. The adventure starts when you move. And number three, I want to talk about self-doubt. This is the silent plague. Doubting if you're not enough, if you're not ready, or if you're gonna last. We all have these. You ever notice how self-doubt really doesn't need a reason, right? It doesn't. It feeds on nothing but insecurity and fear. Flip that coin though and choose belief instead. Not thinking you're all that in a bag of chips, but just believe in yourself, and not just general optimism, but belief in yourself that your ability, is there, that you can handle the thing. And that sense of self-worth is the spark that gets progress started. Remember, it's not arrogance, right? We're talking about allowing yourself to try, to grow, to make mistakes, to accomplish what seemed impossible. You gotta be tough. The fourth thing, it's worry. And all these kind of connect to each other. Worry. Look, worry isn't planning. And I'm a pro at this. I've been a pro at this. Just overthinking. It's just fear on repeat, right? I've wasted plenty of hours on this, thinking worry would somehow prepare me for the worst. And it doesn't. Not one bit. But it's a dead end. Worry drains your energy. It's going to strain your relationships. It holds back opportunity. Imagine carrying a backpack full of rocks. You go slower. You're going to hurt more. And eventually, you just want to sit and give up. That's what it does. Worry is best kicked out of your life, my life, and that's just period. Even if it takes effort and time, we've got to do it. Trade worry, in my opinion, for action and perspective. All right, number 5, I want to talk about overcaution. See how they kind of connect, right? There's caution, and then there's living life wrapped in a bubble wrap, so to speak. Yeah, life is risky. Risk is real, but so is the risk of never having tried. Everything meaningful involves risk. I mean, think about it. Relationships, ventures, new business ideas, the safe and the secure path. What is that? It's just another form of drifting, right? Take calculated risks. The cost of playing it too safe is missing out on every adventure meant for you. And don't let your life be a long, uneventful wait in the corner. This is what a lot of us do. We stay at average by doing that. Number 6, let's talk about pessimism. Pessimism isn't realism. Some people say that, but not really. It's an attitude disease when it's gone too far, right? Pessimism finds the speck on the window instead of the glorious warmth of the sunlight blazing outside. They lead ugly, small lives, the people who hold on to extreme levels of pessimism, always finding reasons why things can't work. Man, just even thinking about it, no one wants to be around that. But sometimes we are that person. And if you've ever been that person, try this. Next time something goes wrong, look for what's still good, what's possible, what's worth redeeming, even learning. Optimism isn't naivety, it's the fuel that lets you act and eventually succeed. Kill the pessimism. Number 7, complaining. Like really, all of these, as I've thought through them, connect so much, and they're like friends with each other that come in to ruin us. Complaining is a sneaky thief. 5 minutes spent whining is 5 minutes just wasted. You can't ever get it back. And it starts a chain of negative thinking that can choke out gratitude and ambition. You don't build a great future by mourning the past or blaming others. Instead, you got to stand guard at the door of your mind. Real hard thing to do, but it's a must if you want to win. Be a vigilant bouncer, you only let in the good and you keep out the trash, so to speak. Build your life from smart, positive ingredients. Remember, even well-meant negativity from a friend or a loved one can poison your progress if you let it in. So I want to wrap up, right? Guard your success. And it's in everything and in anything, right? Business and school, family. Look, these killers don't announce themselves. They creep in. Indifference, indecision, doubt, worry, overcaution, pessimism, and complaining. But once you know them, you can identify them. And once you're awake to what they do, you can start to fight. And you've got to fight. Start today to shake it off. Maybe it's choosing action over worry, optimism in place of complaint, and finally making that call you've been waiting to avoid, whatever it is. Success isn't built all at once. It comes from standing guard over your mind and your habits one day at a time, maybe even 1 second, 1 minute at a time. Let this be a reminder, an encouragement, my encouragement to live awake, to build a future no disease can steal. And if you ever need a boost or a word of tough love, you know where to find me, right here, rooting for your journey. See you on the next one. Peace.